All right, everybody. Hello. And I'm usually not wearing these. Welcome to episode 58 of my Gateway Experience. Thank you so much for tuning in. The purpose of these videos is to document my journey through the Monroe Institute's Gateway Experience. The Gateway Experience is a set of tapes used for self mastery, first self discovery, then to empower us to be able to change and explore ourselves through out of body experiences and so much more. And it's a series of 6 waves with 6 tapes in each wave for a total of 36 tapes. And I'm currently on the second wave entitled Threshold, and on the second tape entitled Problem Solving. Today was my 5th day doing this tape, and it was pretty good. I cannot complain. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, go ahead and check those out because this experience builds upon itself. We're 58 episodes into it, so you can only imagine. Started out with discovering of the self, now into a threshold of change, as it is the second wave. I'm doing each tape for a total of 10 times each, so in theory, it would be a total of 360 episodes, but I did start recording a little bit late, so it won't be quite that much, but I will probably make it that many just in some probably in the end once I finish everything. But since it is my 5th time doing this tape, I will be doing it for another 5 times. And so let's jump straight into it. Right now, it is Friday, October 21st, 2022. The year is 2022. I was going to say 2022 a.m. It's 8:44 a.m. And yeah, I woke up this morning at 7 a.m., pretty much like 7:04. Last night went to sleep between 11:30. And yeah, I slept great. When I went ahead and did my morning routine, I felt good about it. I did it pretty quickly. And then as I went into the problem solving tape, what I want to talk about today is something that I heard about somebody else talk about, and that was, I think, Skip Atwater of the Monroe Institute. And what he talked about on this one was on the topic that I want to touch on today is how, and I'm basically going to reiterate and just talk about how I am experiencing this and I'm becoming aware of this. And I'll explain now. So basically our right brain, and I talked about this in a couple of the other videos as well, but our right brain and our left brain, the whole purpose of this is to do hemisync, which is hemispheric synchronization. So we want to synchronize the hemispheres of the brain. Now, the left brain is known for logical thinking, and ultimately it breaks things down. Now, it is also responsible for what you could consider order, but it has those qualities of analysis. So when we're looking at breaking things down, we analyze them and we look at all the different components. And yeah, we might organize the components, but really we're looking at the small to make the whole. Now, the right brain is the opposite of that because it looks at holistic things, and it's more creative as well, but it is also chaotic, right? So when we look at it that way, so when we synchronize, really we use our right brain for creation, right? Like storytelling, visualization in our minds. And what Skip Atwater said was that we all go into out of body when we sleep, okay? And really the process of the hemisync and also the gateway experience is not so much to make yourself go out of body, it's more to realize that you're going out of body and connect with the left brain, which is also responsible for memory and recall, and basically just become aware and be able to recall the experience that you're going through when you are in a deep state of sleep. But also to be able to harness and control that which is already happening. And so that's when you get into lucid dreaming. But because it's the nature of the subconscious, superconscious mind, and the nature of our reality, which is that all points in time and space are one, when we can tap into that superconscious total self, we can really start to do things like precognition, remote viewing, out of body experiences, and be able to, let's say, like in the other room here, if I was to go into an out of body experience right now, I would be able to go to that room and see what's posted on the wall on a sticky note. And it says, this is the PIN number for you to know that you are out of body. And then I come back and I say, oh, that was the PIN number that I saw. I go check it, and let's say somebody else put it there. And I confirm with them, and that is what happened. And so what I experienced today was periods of, like I've talked about before, of certain visions that I'm having. Let me see if I can recall. It's hard to recall right now exactly which one. But I just noticed that in the moment, when I was going through the practice today, I was able to realize that, and this is the reason why I can't recall it, is because I realized that I was going into a vision through my right brain, and I pulled myself back because I wanted to be going from focus 12 to focus 11 to focus 10. So basically coming back down from focus 12. And I remember as I was in that focus 12 realm and I was coming back down, it's like, oh, I was having a vision. I was kind of coming back up. So I had to bring myself back because, yeah, I mean, being in the focus 12 state, like I've said before, is knowing that we are more than physical body, than our physical reality, and also experiencing it. And the way we experience that is by elevating ourselves to a place where our thoughts have become I can say subdued, right? Because we put them in the energy conversion box. And what I mean by that is not like our true self, but our neocortex um, kind of survival self, where it's mostly analytical and worrying about stuff. We can put that in the energy conversion box, and above that, we go into a tuning of our entire body through the resonant tuning. Then we become aware of a resonant energy balloon. Then we go into focus 10. And once we're in focus 10, our body's asleep and we're fully aware and awake. And what is that? That which you are is fully awake is really the beginning of your true self. And then when you go into focus 12, you're even going above that. So that's the level that we are using for this problem solving practice to get those answers to any problem that we might have from the total self, which is the beginning of it is in the focus 12. And so, yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I made that connection today, and I wanted to say, hey, you know, I remember I was taking a shower. I was like, I remember Skip up water mentioning this, and I was able to consciously bring myself back because I was awake throughout the entire thing. Now, if you go back and you see that, even just doing the exploration sleep tape, it was tough because I was falling asleep, and then going into the introduction to Focus 12, it was tough because I was falling asleep. And even the Free Flow 10, if we go back to the first wave, at the end of it, the Free Flow 10, I was kind of having trouble. And then introduction to Focus 12. And now that we're in the second tape of the second wave, the problem solving one, I have become accustomed enough to the Focus 10 and also the Focus 12. And now I can tell. And moving forward, I think it's powerful because I can know, like, for example, this morning when I was waking up, I used the tool, which is the coming to C1, which is you inhale and you hold your breath. And when you hold your breath, you say the number 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 in your head. And then you come back to a C1, which is consciousness 1. And that's fully awake and alert. So using all of the different tools that we've gathered so far is what I'm connecting and becoming more proficient at them, because this takes time. You know, it takes practice. It's like any other sport or art or science even. you have to learn how to do the arithmetic before you can do the geometry, and you have to learn how to do what the words are before you can even write an essay. You have to learn what the letters are before you can write an essay, and you have to learn how what the keys are on the piano to play a song, and then eventually you can start making your own music. Once you've gotten practiced enough and you've done a couple of covers of other people's music and all that, kind of follow in their footsteps, so to speak. So it's very similar to what we're doing here, and but this is in the realm which is not very deeply studied in our human society, because it's the matter of consciousness. It's really the biggest mystery in science today, October 21st, 2022, is the matter of consciousness. We don't know where consciousness comes from. We don't know what happens when you die. But we, the ones that practice the gateway experience, do know. We know because even rooted in science, the energy cannot be created or destroyed. And the way we prove that is by going to a journey within ourselves and into the universe. And so that's what I've got basically today. And I'm looking forward to finishing this problem solving in the next 5 episodes. And like I've mentioned before, because of the momentum, um, these days are just kind of running together, which is a good thing because I can start to differentiate. And as I've done even in this video, talking about the previous videos specifically, that's not a problem. I'm just excited because it's feels good to look at things from a higher perspective, and that's why it feels like they're running together. So it's a good thing. And so 5 episodes is gonna pass like that. So I'm looking forward to that, and then going into the next tape, and moving forward after that. Especially because we've got the energy bar tool coming up and the living body map, and those are fun. The idea of it is fun. Having a magic wand, which is like the energy bar tool, and also being able to map my body so that I can self heal. Like I have a knee, these types of things where obviously everyone has knees, but my knee is I have a knee that's like a little bit messed up because of jujitsu and stuff. It popped out, so it's still healing a little bit. So being able to speed that process up is exciting. And so I love interacting with you guys. So if you have questions, let me know down below, and I might get to it. Until next time, I will see you guys soon.